Could you hear her okay? Welcome back to INACSL 23. We're here at the conference in Providence, Rhode Island, and now we're going to be speaking with Marg Verkal, and she is the chairperson of the Endorsement Committee. And we're going to have a discussion about the endorsement process. Welcome, Marg.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, so we're really excited. What I'd like for you to do is kind of tell people what the purpose of the endorsement program is, and then we're going to go into kind of the how it formed and how this became one of the going to be leading factors for an axle.
Yes. Well, the purpose of endorsement is, you hear me?
Okay,
The purpose of endorsement, nope.
here, just tell us.
The purpose of, oh, there I go. The purpose of endorsement is to look how organizations are applying the Core 4 standards. And we're looking at the Core 4 only right now, but what we know about simulation, when we embed it in simulation pedagogy and best practices like the best practice guidelines, then we have quality simulation that improves our simulation. So the question always is, are people following the standards and applying them within their simulation departments? The way to show that you've done that is to apply for endorsement, and we're looking at the Core 4 standards. It's pre-briefing, facilitation, debriefing, and professional integrity. And these standards are ones that we started with, but it doesn't mean the other ones aren't important. It's just a starting point right now.
So I forgot to introduce myself because we just finished another talk. I'm Teresa Gore. I am a past president of INACSL, and I am a content manager for HealthySimulation.com. And this is part of our series to share with others what is going on with INACSL. So, Mark, when you started the endorsement process, um, you know, um, Laura Gonzalez told us that this was the thought child of Susie Cardone Egrin, and that you have been involved. And can you talk to us about where you got the information? What's the foundation, and how did you look at the process?
So our foundation was based on of course, the best practice guidelines, and the new standards are the ones that we are looking at, the healthcare standards. And we kind of went back and forth on what does it mean to show that you're applying these standards. Just a note, in all our different, we broke off in 4 groups, and one was the pre-briefing group, one was the debriefing, one was professional integrity, and so forth. And on each of those committees were international representation, which I think is really important. We need to have international representation in whatever we do. And so we got together and we started thinking about what does it mean to apply these standards? What does it look like? What are the evidences that you in your simulation department are using those standards whenever you have simulations? And we talked a lot about not just high fidelity simulations. So anyone going for endorsement, think about not just your high fidelity simulation. Think about your virtual simulations, your task trainers, your simulated participants. How are you applying those standards among all those modalities of simulation? And we kind of came with a package which is available online of ways to show evidence. And when we really looked at it, we weren't like, oh, you get 1 mark for this, oh, we take away 1 mark for this. We thought, we're looking at the gestalt of your application. What does it overall look like? Does it look like you have the policies and procedures and evidence that you are applying these standards within that application that you gave us? And it is through the application. We do not come visit your sim center.
So when we're looking at these endorsement packets, is it just one person who reviews this, or how is the review process?
The review process is there is 2 to 3. Lately, we've been having 3 reviewers on every application, and they review independently, and then they get together and talk about it to make a decision, because we have decisions to make. Are you endorsed, conditionally endorsed, or not endorsed. And if there's still questions after that, I am the chair, and that myself, I would review the package and come to a final decision with the team. So no, it's not just one person looking at it, not just one person looking at it. And I just want to note that we have amazing reviewers, and I'll tell you, our reviewers want to keep reviewing because it's so interesting to see what other organizations are doing and how they're applying the standards. And we learn and grow from doing things like this. So we have an amazing group of reviewers, and we this term we're not short reviewers at all. So we were able to put new reviewers with experienced reviewers and have them as an extra review instead of depending on their decisions, if that makes sense.
So what I'm hearing is you're really using the train the trainer, is that you're doing mentorship so that we have consistency among this. Okay. So how long has this program been taking applications?
So we had a pilot program that started last winter, and the pilot, we had nine organizations that were endorsed during that pilot program. And during that pilot program, we asked the institutions applying for endorsement to be, one of the requirements is that they would give us feedback on the process and the feedback they were given. I'll tell you that even organizations that are endorsed, we just don't say, congratulations, you've been endorsed, goodbye. It's, you've been endorsed, but we notice these things about your application. Consider thinking about this within your simulation program so that you can really apply these standards to a deeper level. And so after our pilot, we refined our process through focus groups that we had from the reviewers.
We've lost. Can you hear me?
Through the groups that were endorsed, we had focus groups and interviews, and we really got a good sense of what we were doing well and what we needed to improve. Remember, as reviewers, it was all new for us too. Very exciting, but all new for us in making these decisions. In the fall, we had 14 endorsed programs, and you remember they're healthcare institutions and educational, not just educational. And in the winter, we had 6 organizations endorsed.
And so did we have any international organizations?
We did have international organizations, a couple of them, one a practice facility, a hospital, and another one an educational institution, which is awesome. And so we're looking to branch out. And I will tell you that people are very proud of their endorsement and being able to show the plaque and being able to advertise that they are endorsed.
So when is the next application process?
Guess what? We have another one coming up this year. We have them twice a year. We take off in the summer for obvious reasons. August 23rd is a webinar. There'll be 2 different webinars done at different time zones so that we hopefully will be able to capture people in different time zones. So August 28th is a letter of intention. You have to submit a letter of intention with your administrator signing that they support it, because it does take time and energy to complete this endorsement package. On the 29th, the deadline is the deadline for letters of intent, and on the 30th, the application opens, and the application is closed, the 30th, and then December 18 to 22, decisions are made. These times will be all on the INACSL website, so you can see.
And if you would like more information, you'll see the 2 of us on Friday doing a presentation of all of the programs that are endorsed and the process. And tomorrow will be the announcement to the organization of who's been endorsed this year, and the celebration will occur tomorrow night. So we're welcoming new people into our ranks of the endorsed program. And if you have questions, please go to the website and look this up. Thank you very much, Mark, for being with us and letting these wonderful members know about this program.
Thank you.